Whether you like Donald Trump or not, just bear with me for a moment because I think you're going to want to hear this because Donald Trump has a $500 billion trade plot. And he's targeting the BRIC nations. Again, these BRICS, that's Brazil, Russia, that is India, and China. He has a plan here to rip the rug out from under them. And you don't want to miss this because this will affect us right here on Main Street. And if you're on Main Street, hit that like and hit subscribe so I can feed Charlie, and let's continue the story. Talk about a guy who's always in the news. Trump has a new target, and it's not China or NATO, it's the BRICS. And this time, he's betting the dollar itself against the BRICS. I'm curious how this one plays out. In a time where the U.S. dollar struggled on its last Treasury auction, check this out. Trump plays offense. Behind closed doors, Trump is drafting a new trade realignment that would penalize countries ditching the dollar in favor of a local currency alliance, especially the BRIC nations. This isn't a trade war, it is a currency war, and it could change how global business works from this point forward. And once again, just a reminder, the BRICS means Brazil, Russia, India, China. Oh, check it out, South Africa on that list as well. And if you remember the last segment we just had, there was a segment about South Africa showing up hat in hand to the White House asking for foreign aid. But now it appears as though Donald Trump may have some leverage over at least one country, maybe more. So there's building a parallel trade bloc, ditching the U.S. dollar, embracing local currencies, oil deals in the yuan, gold-backed proposals, and I want to make sure you're understanding this really is a bigger piece here. And you'll notice they've not mentioned the word crypto, but I would not be surprised if crypto is some way, shape, or form part of this equation. Let's keep on following the story because I think you're going to find some super, super interesting insights now. So we know that Trump has a strategy, and he's like no joke. Remember, he's reintroducing those tariffs, and he has over 150 countries that want to come talk to the United States. Why? Because it's simple. The United States is the largest, most wealthy market for foreign trade. And the fact is, 30% of all global trade comes through the United States, and nobody wants to be left out in the cold on that one. And as a result, Trump is demanding dollar loyalty clauses in trade. He will threaten these people with sanctions on U.S. companies trading outside dollar-based systems. So this really is an all-in move by Trump to put a little bit of a chokehold on anybody that would try to ditch the dollar in favor of some other kind of currency. So what does it mean for people like us on Main Street? I want to make sure that we're getting the big picture. Will this protect American jobs or spark a global backlash? And let's face it, we've already have some struggles with our neighbors to the north in Canada. The UK, we sealed up a trade deal with them just like that. But let's face it, the UE or the EU, on the other hand, there might be some struggles there. But we can kind of see for sure that Trump has the BRICS in his sights, and he expects to have the BRICS following the Trump agenda and the U.S. first policies, and not so much one where they're trying to undermine the U.S. dollar. And if I can remind you, drop a comment, should Trump force the world to stick to the U.S. dollar? Or is it really just encouraging bad behavior from the U.S. government? After all, the big, beautiful tax plan just left the House of Representatives and is heading over to the Senate. Is tax cuts really the solution for propping up the U.S. dollar? Or are there other things here that we really need to pay attention to? Is it the fact that the United States government spends too much money and it's maybe forcing the United States to really think about austerity for programs like Medicare, Medicaid? Or is it time for the United States to maybe ante up and say there may be a better system out there? Make sure you drop a comment because we really need to know, should Trump force the dollar, or should he be open to some other type of a currency? Dare I say a cryptocurrency? Definitely not the Donald J. Trump coin. And with that, remember, folks, the biggest battle we're fighting is between our ears. Stay healthy and celebrate your victories. I'll catch you next video.